Alright, we don't have to talk a lot about the 552 because it's principle the same as the 512, but it is night vision compatible. It's about $100 more because of the whole night vision stuff, but I would like to talk a little bit about the fact that this sight, which I bought used, is an older model. And the older Eotech models, the problem with them is that their maximum brightness isn't very high, which isn't a problem if you run them primarily in indoor or skirmish games. But if you run them outdoors and it's a bright sunny day, and especially the background is a little bit brighter, like in a desert or semi-desert, or the house walls are white, then you will lose your reticle. And it happened to me a few times. That's reasons why I'm not using this one anymore in outdoor games. So let's have a look at the EXPS 2. I bought the EXPS 2 around 2013. I'm running with one CR123 battery. The 2 is not night vision compatible. It's always the newer models, so it's always the good maximum brightness. It is shorter because the battery is horizontal. And the funny thing is, you might expect that this one is a lot lighter compared to the big bulky brick here, but no, it is not. It is only like 0.3 ounces with battery lighter. That was a bit of a surprise for us, so you don't get that weight advantage. However, the space advantage is great if you want to put a magnifier behind it, or if you're running a laser in front on a gun where you don't have a lot of rail space, for example on an MP7. The brightness control is always on the left side for these ones, which is great for us right-handed people. Sucks to be left-handed. And we always bought the E1, which means we're running the QD mode. One thing a lot of people forget to mention and appreciate is the new battery cap, which is not just the fact that it's on the side, which is great, so you don't have to take off this huge mounting thing on the old 500 models, but it's also connected with a cable, which means you're not going to lose it, especially at night, which would be quite shameful. Now, the problems which we have with this one is, well, it isn't as light as we hoped it would be, considering the fact that it's a lot smaller, and the 2 version is already the same price like the night vision compatible version of the 500 model. If you're now talking about the EXPS 3, which is the night vision one, which is another $100 to that. So now we're talking about $600 to $650. And if you're in Canada, it's another $100. So we're talking about $700 to $750 for an EXPS 3 in Canada. But I would like to take this moment to talk about one great feature about the Eotechs in general. And this is this little button. With this button, you can switch between the reticle, between night vision and normal light conditions. And this is absolutely great if you constantly have to go in bright places where you flip up your knots, swap to normal reticle, then you go out in a dark place, swap your knots down again, you press that button and it's great. You just have to press this one. If you run an aim point, you have to always dial it down, dial it up, test it if it's the right brightness. Oh, it's not enough, dial it further down. It's annoying. This button saves so much hassle. So we're now at the very end of our little presentation. So for who do we recommend these sights? Well, the 500 models, especially the 512, is an absolutely great entry model for everybody who is interested in a real steel sight. You have all the advantages of an Eotech, from the window, the glass, the reticle, and cheap batteries. It's durable. I still really love it on all my guns. The 552, well, obviously only is interested for the not user, but still it's a good all-round optic. However, all the Eotechs are not very light, so I wouldn't necessarily put it on my heaviest gun to make it even more heavy. The EXPS versions, the 2 or the 3s, are great on any shorter guns, or if you're running out of top rail space. So it's great for that, especially on MP7s, or if you have a lot of stuff in it. The EXPS 3 is kind of one of our dream Eotech sights because you have so much features crammed in a small little package. All the Eotech crazy stuff, it's short, you have the controls on the right side, CR123 batteries, easy to zero. And I said it's quite expensive, but compared to a T1, where you still have to buy a mount, you're talking about $100 to $200 cheaper, all in that little package. It's absolutely great. So I hope our little introduction to Eotech was helpful for you. If you still have any questions or comments, just leave them below. Have a good one.